Hey guys, welcome to a new video. I'm working on a lot of projects behind the scenes, so we're going to do a Quinboxed again. Start your own music, and well, I'll get to the packages. And today we're going to look at certain different packages. Not all are from Aliexpress. And I'm going to talk about my IT infrastructure at home and the things I'm going to change there, which is, well, part of the new studio and part of new graphics cards and CPUs coming out. Lots of stuff. So let's see here what we have as a first package. Well, as you can see, this one is actually from Amazon. We now have Amazon in the Netherlands. Hey. Well, let's see. Yes. Oh, yes. Some thermal paste, because during my scooter project, and the last episode for that is coming soon, I basically used up all the thermal paste I had in the house. So this is Noctua, and Noctua is one of my favorite brands of coolers. And they also have, well, just syringes or whatever they are with thermal paste. So this is one of their bigger supplies of thermal paste for, you know, when I need thermal paste. So that's pretty good. As I said, this is from Amazon, so I'll probably put a Amazon link in the description. Cool. And well, as I said, PC projects, and well, this is certainly a part of it. Let's see what we have here. Yes, China unlabeled, do not know. Well, going to find out. Ah, cool. A while back, I bought some new multimeters, and I wanted some decent quality leads. I have had a set of these before, and someone on the Discord also selected. By the way, I changed my lighting, so we should have less glare, or at least directly on the objects. Let me know how that looks. Yeah, but a lot better testing leads for my multimeters. And these were like $3 a piece or something like that. And they have a nice cable, and they have nice tips and stuff like that. And if they're not that expensive, just don't really take that good care of them. So I just buy a few. Nice. Okay. Let's see. Next package. Did you start your own music? What music do you listen to during Quinboxed? Do you listen to music? Let me know down in the comments. I'm actually interested. Let's see what this is. Oh, it's lots of things. Ah, yes. Cool. So, about 1.5 years ago or something like that, at a point where I was really irritated with our heating and cooling system, or rather not the heating and cooling system. We have a heat pump, and then which can heat and cool, but then it's controlled by a Honeywell multi-room or multi-zone control system. And well, that system, hardware-wise, I think it's fine, but I think like a kleuter, a preschooler, I don't know how to call that, but I think a preschooler programmed it, and it's total shit. You can watch my video about it, well, up there, but I can't reach that far. But ever since then, I've been running a temperature system based on Xiaomi sensors and an ESP32, or a few ESP32s with BLE, or Bluetooth, and that's been working really well. But now they have these new sensors, and these are only $4 a piece. There is a caveat with that. They put some kind of encryption string on there, so you can't really add them directly. But there's been a lot of progress on that, and there's now actually some custom firmware you can flash on here with your phone or something like that, which should make them encryptionless and work perfectly. So we're going to try that out in a future video. $4 a piece. I mean, come on. That's really nice. Yes. Well, no. Don't know. Let's be slightly careful while opening it. Is there more in there? No. Okay. What are these? Ah, maybe it's on there actually. So 0805 500 milliamp PTC, so a resettable SMD fuse, which I use in testing and boards and stuff like that. I'm wondering if the top cam might be too bright. We'll see. We'll see. I also tried to fix the green hair situation. The green hair's gone, but now a lot of my hair is gone too. Not in real life, but on video. In real life, it's never been that thick, but you know. Yes, this was funny. This is the first time I've ever seen a fragile handle with care on a Chinese or an envelope from Aliexpress. And what's this? Water cooling components? Water cooling fitting? I wonder what this could be. Yep. So, I was looking online and a YouTuber by the name of Multimeter, I think I'll put it on the screen somewhere. He did a review of a Barrow CPU combination block. So it was a CPU block, but also a reservoir and a pump. And that looked really good for a really good price. And I've been thinking for years I should do some custom water loop stuff and things like that. But I never did because it's always pretty expensive and, well, pretty expensive and complex. And, you know, the way I was running with like an AIO or something like that was fine. But this Barrow unit was very affordable, and they also had very affordable radiators and fittings and stuff like that. And I started thinking, hey, if I'm going to upgrade to like a 3080 or maybe even a 3090, I really want a 3090. The 3080 got released today. It's nice. But if the 3090 is 25% faster, I want it, but I'm not sure it's worth double the money. But you know, anyway, we'll figure that out later. That's going to introduce a lot of heat in my chassis, so I was thinking, okay, maybe it's time to do some custom water cooling. And these are some cap fittings for that and some extra O-rings. And we should be seeing lots more water cooling parts coming through in the next coming weeks. Well, let's stick with the temperature sensors for now, because it says on here, thermometer, yes, thermometer. Okay, yeah, the one I had in our bathroom, I put it very close to the shower because I wanted to, well, very quickly respond to humidity changes. It certainly did for 1.5 years, and then it died. I think it just flooded itself basically from humidity. So these are the original temperature sensors I showed off. They work on a AAA battery, which is, well, that's really nice. And they easily last a year, and they don't have an encryption key or anything like that. So I still really like these, although I'm looking at the new ones too because they're cheap. But I've had a really, really good experience with these. So again, I'll have the video linked in the description and stuff like that if you want to check that out. They're excellent if you want to do multi-room temperatures and home assistant and stuff like that. Okay, what does it say? Magnifier, yes. So I've started to do more SMD for my secret project. And, well, I have a good magnifying glass, which I really like. But I was like, okay, maybe there's different types out there which could be better for certain purposes. There we go. Oh, this is very well bubble wrapped. Let's just do it the easy way. Wow, how many layers is this? 50,000 layers later? Yes, cool. Because the magnifying glass I had... I'll get it, I'll get it. Whoa, stay there. The magnifying glass I had is this one, and I really like it because I believe this is times 10 and this is times 30. And I bought some extras that were 10, 20, and 30 times so that, let's see what this does. Well, Yeah, I think this is the 30 times. I'm not sure. And it has an LED in the back. And basically how that works, this one has an LED in the back too. They're there. And it lights up exactly where you're looking. So that's really nice, especially with this small little peeking hole. But yeah, I think this one, let me see if I can angle that for the camera, I guess. You can see my new lights. Yeah, I'm going to try that out. Cool. Oh, touch my light. Think it's still okay. Let's see here. Cable. Oh, well, I guess we can figure out where this one is from. Does it have an opening thingy? No, it does not. Let's see. I don't think the cable is here. Oh, there it is. See if we can do this the proper way. Well, somewhat proper way. Not really at all proper way. Whatever. Give me a break, man. Okay. There is a cable tie. There is advertisement for Ugreen, and then there are two cables. And I think I just bought these as sort of reserve cables, and these should be, I think, HDMI to micro HDMI. Yeah. So I'm using one of those cables right now for this one, and that one has the fiber one. I had a problem with one of the fiber ones, so that's being replaced. I'm thinking it might be in here too, but we'll see. But this one is, the top one is using a 10 meter fiber one I showed off in one of my Quinboxed, and well, that's working fine. But yeah, some micro HDMI to HDMI cables, because now I have multiple cameras which use that, and I sometimes move them around. For instance, I use this one with a different capture card at my normal PC, but then if I have to wriggle out the cable and stuff like that all the time, well, I just buy a new cable for a few bucks. Speaking of cable, data cable, not audio or visual cable, data cable. Okay, well, I think there's a box in here, so I don't have to pay that close attention. Yep. Well, we've seen this before, and that was actually what I was talking about earlier. This box isn't really doing that well. Okay. And this should be another 10 meter yep, another 10 meter optical cable, which I can use one side for my camera, so micro HDMI, and the other side for my capture card, so normal HDMI. And when it turned out that the 5 meter one I got wasn't working well, I got a refund for that. And I was like, okay, well, just give me a 10 meter one, because that worked with the other one. And I like having the extra slack. That's no problem if I have to hide that in a permanent setup. And it's easier for a mobile setup. So we'll test that out soon. And who knows, maybe at some point I'll have a third camera. Who knows? Nobody knows. Even I don't know. Let's see. What should we do next? Okay. I have one more Amazon package left. But you can also get this on Aliexpress. I know what's in here. But I needed it quicker than that. And it was actually slightly cheaper for me to do it this way. So I went the Amazon route. And it took 1.5 months. So I could have just gotten it from Aliexpress. But, you know. Hey. Oh, there we go. People who know the brand this is from have seen these boxes before. And you can see it peeking through there. LRS 224. This is a Meanwell frame power supply of 200 watt. Oh, it's a big boy. 200 watt, 24 volts. So it's able to do 8.8 amps. Has plenty of output terminals, and you put in your AC stuff here. And yeah, I buy Meanwell for situations where I leave them permanently or don't want them to fail. It's a bit more expensive than a Chinese supply. Well, these are manufactured in China too, but they're definitely good quality and I like them. Okay, that is actually for the neighbor LED setup I talked about in the last Quinn LED. Right, let's move on, because now we're getting to the bigger boxes. CPU cooling components. I'm really excited about this, because I've never done custom water cooling before, you know? So, I kind of tried to figure it all out. I probably ordered way too much and all of the wrong things, and you know, I'm not going to go hardline. I'm just going to go soft tubing. Ooh. Okay, hold on. Nice. What's in here? Is that packaging? Okay. Box is empty. And this is packaging. Okay. Let's see here. So we have all kinds of fittings. This is actually... Oh, it's a 45-degree fitting. Okay, well, you can take a look at that. This is mainly going to be PC components after this and the story of what I'm going to do. So yeah, this is a G4 fitting thread, and then this is a G4 fitting thread too. And if you want to make a 45-degree angle, this is what you need. Or, hey, what the hell do I know? I'm doing this for the first time. But anyone who has like decent water cooling experience in my comments, give me a shout out. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. Tell me what I'm doing right. Okay, some more closing caps. I ordered lots of those. Closing cap. Oh, 45-degree fitting. 45-degree fitting. Closing cap. Losing cap. 45 degrees. 40. I thought I had 90 degrees too. Well, maybe some of these are 90. I'm not sure. Oh well. See, I didn't really know what I needed. I planned out some kind of loop, but then I was like, I don't want to get stuck without, because then my computer isn't online. So I just bought a whole bunch of stuff. What am I doing? Okay. Dable 30A 240 radiator, because the plan gets more complex. So my current main computer has a 3900X AMD CPU 12 core and a GTX 1080. Now the first thing that's going to be replaced is that GTX 1080. That's actually going into my streaming system here, because that's running a really shitty graphics card that should allow me to do better live streaming. So that's going to be replaced with a 3080 or 3090. But then AMD is also bringing out new CPUs, and the system I'm doing this on right now are actually two systems, because one wasn't good enough. Those are going to get replaced with that 3900. So the 3900 is going to move from my desktop PC to my garage PC, together with that GTX 1080, and I bought a new motherboard for that, you'll see. And then Ryzen, or AMD, should be bringing out Zen 3 this year, and I'm hoping we can actually get those CPUs this year, because then I'll have a fully upgraded desktop to a Zen 3 processor, Ryzen 4000, 5000, whatever it's going to be, and then I have a very decent streaming PC that replaces these two in my garage. That's the whole plan. But then my current CPU cooler, well, I've been wanting to get something else. I currently have the AlphaCool Ice Bear in there, and it's been okay. It's a bit noisy, but it's okay. But if I wanted to replace that, I was like, okay, maybe I should go custom cooling, because then, especially with a 3090, I can hook up my graphics card to that too. So for that, I ordered a 360mm, 60mm thick radiator. And I was like, well, this AlphaCool cooler isn't bad for the 3900X alone, so let's move that to the garage PC. But the garage PC is in a fractal defined mini case from many years ago, and I like that case, but it doesn't fit a 360 radiator. But as it currently is also doing, but that cooler is almost 10 years old, I think. Let me get this out of the box. Doesn't want to get out of the box. Let me open it the other side. that AIO isn't going to fit on the AM4 3900X, but that AlphaCool cooler and block is, but not the 360 radiator. So what this is, and since that AlphaCool system is pretty modular, this is a 240mm radiator. And since I'm going to get into the custom water cooling anyway, why not go all in? And so I just ordered a 240mm radiator. This is just a 30mm thick one that I can then connect to that AlphaCool cooling setup instead of the 360mm radiator. And then I can still use that block, which is going to be fine on the 3900X, which it is on right now. And, well, yeah, reuse components and upgrade. How do you guys do that if you have like a setup? Well, do you have a setup like mine? So I have a desktop, and now my desktop components are going into my garage streaming PC, and my older desktop components are actually in my server build. And this way I kind of keep it moving, so once my server needs an upgrade, I'll probably move the components from the garage PC into the server. That's now an 8-core 1700X, so that would be going from an 8-core 1700X to a 3900X, which is a big upgrade. And then maybe I'll pass on my desktop again. And basically I keep my my systems moving, but I get to upgrade pretty often. But then I get to upgrade 3 systems at once instead of just one, and not know what to do with the other components. I think that's a really nice way to do it. But then again, maybe, just maybe, most other people don't need 3 big powerful systems. Or maybe they do. I don't know. Do you? What kind of systems do you have? Do you have like one PC or one laptop or just your phone? You watch me on your phone? Let me know in the comments. Is it just me who is like insane with 3? Maybe it is. Maybe I should just stop talking. Let's look at some more packages. Hey, look at that. Okay, the crap is taking over the table. There we go. Acrylic tube connector. I don't think that's in here because I certainly didn't order that. No hardline. No. Let's see here. But it should be more water cooling components. That's cool. Okay, interesting. Foam. Yes, more Barrow. It's really cheap to get into water cooling with this Barrow stuff. Check it out in the description. As always, everything will be linked in the description. Some stuff will now be from Amazon, for instance. But this is all Aliexpress. And, yeah, that's good value here. Or unless it short-circuits my PC in the end and, you know, leaks everywhere. But from what I've been reading, it's actually a pretty respectable brand. Okay. Okay, I think I know what this is. Because I'm such a water cooling noob, I need to know my loop that I'm going to build isn't leaking. And you can do that by, you know, leak testing it with water. But an easier way to do that is by leak testing it using a pressure valve and little pump. I'm not sure how this works, but we're going to see. Oh, there we go, yeah. Come out! Okay. Oh, more packaging. It's all in so much packaging. Quality feels decent though. That's good. So how does this go together? Do you know? I don't know. Looks like this could go on here. I think so. Okay, and this handle extends. Okay. Ah, okay, and this is a pump. Okay. So then we need to take this out, I think. Yeah, this is the end cap. Okay. And I'm guessing one of these goes in here. Okay. And what's this for? Okay. Nope. Nope. Maybe I should read the manual, except it's probably in Chinese. Oh no, wait, it's in both languages. Okay, let's see. Oh. No. So we have the main unit, and then we connect the pump. Ah, you can add this cable to... Okay, let's do that. So this cable can go... Okay, yeah, this can go in here. You're discovering water cooling together with me. Okay, I guess that's good. Yeah. And then this can go on here. I'm afraid to over tighten it. Okay. And then, well, this will go into your loop. And then the loop should be a loop, so it's sealed. And then you can, you know, pump some air. Nice. I like it. I don't understand why the plug thingy is in here. Well, I don't see... Oh, they just connect one over here. No, wait. Is this supposed to go in here? I don't think so. We'll figure this out some other time. Anyway, so yeah, pressure tester for water loop. Keep some of this stuff. Okay, so that I don't have to pressure test with water, I can now pressure test with air, and that makes it a whole lot less messy if the pressure isn't right. Okay, next box. I want to show you guys because it's a big box. This is a box from Azerty. Sorry for the non-focus because it's focused on the table. Okay. Oh, it's actually on this screen too. Oh, okay. Let's see how I can do it. Oh, yes. Air stuffies. Okay, let's get this out real quick. There we go. Okay, yeah. Let me get this stuff out. Hold on. There should be 3 things in here. And first up is a new motherboard. So in my current PC, I have an X570 Asus Hero blah blah blah, really expensive motherboard because I wanted a nice fancy motherboard. I got this one because I was looking for a budget X570 motherboard, and I wanted X570 so that if this goes into my server into the future, planning ahead there, I want to have the PCI Express 4.0 also behind the chipset and stuff like that. But while searching for motherboards, it turns out that most new motherboards with X570 right now have a X16 slot and then an X4 slot. But even in my capture PC, I'm going to be running a graphics card in an X16 slot and then a x8 capture card. So that's the Blackmagic Decklink HDMI recorder, which I've shown before. And, well, it's probably going to work okay with 4 PCI Express lanes, but I really just wanted to have 8x8 instead of 16x4. But a lot of motherboards, even more expensive ones, don't offer that option. So, this one specifically states it does, so I went for that for my current streaming PC, which will have then by 8x8, so that's good. And then in the future, when I move the 3900X and this motherboard into my server, I have 2 LSI cards in there, which also need all the bandwidth they can get. So 8x8x8 is much better for that than 16x8, which can't be split. So that's how I arrived at this motherboard. Another factor that played a role is that this has an Intel graphics card, or graphics card. It doesn't have an Intel graphics card. It's an AMD motherboard. No, this has a Intel, there we go, Intel 2118 AT gigabit LAN. And I'm just partial to having Intel networking. It's always worked fine for me. It's compatible with anything. And I just like it a bit better than a Realtek solution. And if I have to pay 10, 15 bucks extra for that, I think that's worth it. So other than that, it has all the usual stuff like M2 sockets, 64 or 128 gigs of memory even support. I think RGB headers. Yes, we really needed that. No, we don't. Yep. So, motherboard. Nice. Okay, cool. Let me put that over there. The next thing is, well, I wasn't sure when all this water cooling stuff was going to happen, and I did want to have something to put on either in my desktop temporarily or in the streaming PC temporarily. I just didn't want to be stuck without a cooler. So I bought a Mugen, a Scythe Mugen 5 PCGH edition. I've heard really good things about it. It was about 50 bucks, and yeah, I think this will be good to have around as just a cooler I can put on stuff if I don't have any water cooling or other things for that. And who knows, if the water cooling idea with reusing that alpha cool thing isn't going to work out or doesn't fit, that should fit fine. Okay, and then we have a last piece for the PC, and that is some Ripjaw memory. G.Skill Ripjaw 5s. This is 3600 megahertz memory, and if you know a little bit about the Ryzen and their CCX core complexes and their Infinity Fabric, it's most happy running a 1-to-1 memory frequency and 3600 memory, and this has cache latency 16, so that's pretty decent. But a 3600 megahertz is ideal basically for that setup. And I think this was only like $100 for 32 gigabytes of memory. That's nuts. And the motherboard I showed has this on the QVL list. I don't always pay too close attention to that, but if it is, it certainly doesn't hurt. Okay. Oh, no. Okay. Yep. Let's put this over here. And there's another box. It's a big box. And that will be the last box for today. But it should be a box with multiple goodies. And it says Bits Power. Now, I didn't buy any Bits Power products, but it is a well-known brand for, yes, you guessed it, water cooling. So this comes from a Dutch shop called Highflow. And, well, the name, I guess, gives it away, Highflow. They are a water cooling specialist shop, although they do all kinds of stuff now, I believe. And I looked around, and they were a one-stop shop for a lot of the stuff I needed. So I got it from them. I've bought from them in the past. They're always good. Okay. Okay. Yes, that's fine. I'm just gonna dump it on the desk. No, wait. There's flasks in here. Okay. Let me get this over here. It's heavy because there's water in there, actually. So, first thing. Oh, thank you from Highflow. Well, you guys are welcome. Here's a shout out. They actually ship all over Europe, and I think even internationally to the US. So check that out. I believe this is a... well, actually, because I'm getting Chinese radiators, I got a Rad Clean kit to clean those radiators before I put them to use. They even gave me a lollipop. Well, that's very attentive. Okay. Oh man, everything besides this spot is just filled with crap. Okay, I got one of those squishy bottles with a cap I can use to fill stuff and things like that. Because I think I need those. I'm not sure. I think so. Then I got some EKWB Yeah, these have a special name. It's not, it's EPDM tubing, I believe. And let's hope this fits my fittings. I don't have the fittings yet. They must be on their way. In a different package. I'm going to use this kind of tubing. This should last for a few years without getting plasticizer in it and stuff like that. And I actually quite like the blacked out look with the silver fittings. I think that's going to look awesome. But we'll see about that when I actually get to build this stuff. Let me know down in the comments. I know my channel has all kinds of topics. And I just like showing a lot of the stuff I do. Let me know if you'd like videos of me changing these systems around and basically fumbling with water cooling, which I have zero experience with. Okay. Oh my god. This is freaking heavy. Okay. So, the last thing is Mayhems 5-liter X1 clear. So this should have all the necessary pesticides, I don't know, but basically germ-killing additives and non-corrosive, non-conductive additives and stuff like that. And since I'm intending to do 2 systems, I got a giant jug. I got a 5-liter, I don't know how many gallons that is, jug of the stuff. And it's been pre-treated basically, so this is just, I'm just going to run clear because I'm going to have, well, opaque black tubing. And this should have all the stuff in there that you need to keep your loop healthy for years to come. Well, I don't know if I need 5 liters of it, but it was cheaper than 3 liters. I was like, well, I like at least 2, maybe 3, but then if 5 is cheaper than 3, let's get 5 liters. So yeah, Mayhems X1, and that should keep all my components nice and cool and safe from all the fungus and I don't know what other crap lives in your water cooling loops. Let me see if I can actually dig out my mouse. There we go. So yeah, thanks for watching another Quinboxed. Lots of stuff to come. Let me think, as I mentioned, let me know in the comments how you do generational PCs. Do you use them for different purposes like I do, like moving them around from a main PC to maybe a garage or a server PC or something like that? Or you just have, you know, this guy's nuts, why have more than one PC, sell your old crap? I mean, let me know that in the comments. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Check out all the stuff I showed you with links in the description. Affiliates stuff really helps out with the channel. And I know I buy a lot of crap. So, yeah. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.